Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Elie Wiesel.
Cher Bruno, our friend, it's always good once a year to be together with all our friends, or some of our friends, not all, they couldn't get in, and simply to celebrate those who, with their work, their vision, sometimes with their life, tried to improve the human condition. But the human condition needs improvement, we know, since the very origins of human history. In the beginning, there were only parents, Adam and Eve, who had 2 sons. They also had a daughter, but nobody speaks about her. Cain and Abel, 2 brothers, the only brothers on the surface of the earth. And one became the assassin or victim of the other. What does it teach us? What is it in the human being, the human condition, the human psyche and human destiny perhaps, that can move a human being to become so inhuman with regard to another human being? There are so many questions that remain open for philosophers, psychologists, psychiatrists, sociologists, poets. And none of these questions have been answered. We don't know the answers. But the questions themselves are here to question us. What does one do with one's life? Just like that. Why were we born? Any person, religious or not, cannot not ask himself or herself that question. Why are we here? My God, why are we here? It could have been someone else. I could have been someone else, elsewhere. And here I am. So what is it about human destiny, human character? About humanity. What is it that makes us who we are? But then, are we who we are? How is it that human beings can be so kind, so good, so generous, as most of you here are? Naturally, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But then, far away, and in the beginning, in other times nearby, so cruel to one another, so heartless, so insensitive. The day, years and years ago, when I discovered, reading so many books, research, having lived the way I lived, that so many of the arch killers of my generations had college degrees of the best faculties in Germany. From the best faculties of medicine and humanities and philosophy and sociology, poetry. How was it possible that these men, and a few women, but not many, but these men could forget what they have learned from Socrates, or in general, from one another? Are we learning? And I believe really that what Bruno and his friends have done, and that's why Marion and I come to all of his events, is to bring you together, us together, to try not only to exchange views and memories, but to give something of ourselves to each other, that our life has not been in vain. There are moments. Life is made of moments much more than of years. Moments of distress, of sadness, tragedy, deception. But then there are also grandeur, hope, humanity, poetry, beauty. And at the end, the choice is in our hands. So when we meet like tonight, maybe try to say to each other, we are here because we want to do something for the other, always, for the otherness of the other. It is to show our respect, not only for creation and for the Creator, if you believe, but simply of our respect for those who live and our contemporaries. How can I be an admirer of Socrates and simply say I don't like people today? How can I love poetry, theater, art, music, and say I don't like human beings? There are some. Nevertheless, but we have also learned that there is so much to learn. That's why we are here to learn from each other with one another. And so, both Bernard and I have attended so many meetings, so many conferences for human rights, social causes, so many meetings all over the world. And each time I imagine things that I think, how long can it go on? How many more meetings do we have to go to? And hear the same speeches occasionally, the same complaints, the same hopes. And nevertheless, we go. What else can we do? Isn't this, in a way, if not the answer, at least a way to the answer? That we are not alone in this world. God alone is alone. We are not. I am defined not by myself, by my attitude towards another, and by his or hers towards me. Ultimately, that is the philosophical aspect of morality, of ethos. So tonight we are here really to help each other. And for this, I can only say welcome. We have done it together in the past. We shall continue doing that in the future. May God give us many years to meet again in this place. And Bruno will be here again to organize a good dinner. And the dinner now is to be served. Good evening.